Let's go. We're in. We're going. We're gonna go live here too in a minute. I think we're going. Oven Bake Becca. What's up? Back on Facebook. Here we go. Live, another coffee break. Man, what do we got going on today? We got lots going on. It took me a minute to set everything up. You know, by the time I get all the streams set up, takes me like 10 minutes, But here we are. Little half day. What time is it? Eastern time. Holton Hills. All right, what do we got? 110. 110 Eastern time. Here we go. Right? Little coffee chatter break. Man, how is the day? How is the day? Please tell me. Oh, just south of Belinifad. PRP. We got Belinifad. Nice spot. Tell me you're outside. Tell me you're outside doing something, drinking a coffee. I'm stuck inside. Only for a short time. I'm not here for a long time. Only a short time. But we'll chat. We'll chat a little bit. See how things are kind of coming out today. So if you haven't followed me, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I'm a local realtor in Georgetown, Ontario. My profession is I help people buy and sell houses. However, during the day, I like to have coffee breaks. That's what I like to do. Because we all just need to have a little bit of a chill out time, as they would say. So here we are. Now, what's interesting about this show, every time I put it on, my dogs, they'll literally fly down the stairs and they'll be like two dinosaurs just going after it. So sometimes I got to be like, hey, can you guys cut it out? But they're doing good today. They're doing good now. So here we go. We're good. Anybody? I like this. So let's chat about something. So I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this for a while. Wish I was at your. Oh, I work in Brampton. Where do you work in Brampton, by the way? PRP. So I've been thinking about this for a while. And for a while. Like, I mean, I've been sitting on it for a couple of minutes. Let's put it that way. Shout out. You can't hear this, but I would definitely give you a shout out if I could. You know that, right? So I've been thinking about this for a couple of years, I would say. And one of those things is that, um, what's the best way to put this? So right now, a lot of people cruise realtor.ca. Okay. It is the number one place where people first start looking at homes. I think back in the day, it was like 98.6% was where the most people, okay, ended up searching for homes. I think that number might be bigger, but at the end of the day, all the data that goes up onto realtor.ca goes to all the boards. So if you're finding properties from different websites, it's all coming from Realtor. They're just giving it to other distribution uh, websites, basically. So, anyways, realtor.ca is a great place to start looking for a home. Now, what I like is that I've been thinking about this idea of about potentially reviewing the homes as they come up on the market. So let's say today there's 3 homes that come up on the market. I'm thinking about the opportunity of taking that information and then creating a show, like almost like a private show inside that you need an email, right? You have to have some sort of login to get into to listen to the dialogue that I create based on all the properties come up for sale. There's a reason for that. Because we can't, like, as a realtor, I can't go up on realtor.ca and then start talking about properties to the public. It's called a form of advertising, right? So in order to talk about another property, I actually I have to have permission, right? The brokerage has to have permission to talk about that property. Basically, it is called marketing, right? So if you don't have permission from the sellers and the brokerage to talk about a property, you can't do it. So it's not like I could take my phone and go around to each. This is the thing. I can't go around to each individual house and be like, "Oh, I'm in this house. This is what I see. This is really cool." You could do that, but you need permission. So my understanding is that In order to review the listings in real time as they come up, I would have to have a place where you would log in, have your username and password, and I could upload the content because it's something that you're looking for. So just whenever you're kind of like whenever you're watching this video, if that's something that you would be interested in and receiving or wanting to know on a daily basis, just say I'm in. Like just say I'm in. And then maybe later on I can put in a source to where you can sign up. But basically, what I would do is every day the listings would come up. We'll do it Monday to Friday. Okay. Like two, three listings, four listings, depending in Georgetown, obviously, where it is. We would put, I'd give you the link of all the homes that come up, and we'll just do this. We'll talk about each individual one as it comes up and see if there's anything that pops out to me in the realtor eye, anything that we should be concerned about. Maybe there was a price change that the property just had that as a consumer you didn't really notice about it, but now that the property's been listed and I could see that it's been relisted again, you'll be able to see, hey, this property was listed at X and now it's down here. Maybe there's an opportunity where you might want to look at it depending on the price range. But there'll be so much information that will be in there. It's just unfortunately I cannot share it publicly unless I have permission. So if I'm talking about listings, I can talk about my own seller's listings, right? Because I we have the brokerage and I we have permission to market those properties. Now, if I have a friend in the business, they say, "Hey, Darren, can you market my property online?" I would actually have to get written permission to do that. And so that's why it's always what's so interesting about a show like this is that you're not going to be able to see um, listings on a consistent basis of new homes that come up where a realtor can freely just talk about them, whether they're overpriced, underpriced, great opportunity. You can't do that. It's just, it's a no go in our industry. And the reason is because the information that's on realtor.ca is verified by a realtor, right? It's not the public listing of property. So a realtor needs to go and view properties to get more information about the property in order to showcase it to the public. So as a realtor that kind of like looks at properties every single day, I just wish I could give you that information and you could check it out, but it's totally not possible. So in order to do it, I would have to have some sort of subscription based, obviously free, name, username, password protected, and I would take all the new listings. I would create some sort of video like this where I would have myself and the imaging, and we'll just go through listings, for a couple of minutes each day. Some days it'll probably be one, some days there'll be 12, but depending on what type of product that you're looking for, this could be something that could be very educational for people who are just starting out in the marketplace, or, they have a house that came up on their street and they're thinking about making a move. They're thinking about evaluation and like, well, what's in it? So you get a little bit more live and depth look at an actual listing versus just looking at the photos because I truly believe that as realtors, we're becoming more of digital marketers than ever before, and that's a whole other conversation. I think you have to really put yourself out there if you're a realtor as a professional, but also very knowledgeable in the field. So anybody who's starting out in this business, I highly suggest that you just learn all you can from everyone because there's so much to learn, and I feel like it's still my first year in real estate. However, I got a couple years under my belt, so I'm doing pretty good, right? So yeah, I think that if you want to see listings, if you want to like get an in-depth look at how I would break down a listing, in order to do that, I would have to get permission. I would have to actually get your guys' permission. You'd have to subscribe to an email with a password. And then that email I would send out to you with all the video, with all the descriptions, with all the reviews in there. So if that's something that you would like, would be considering almost like a show, just drop me in a note, say I'm in, and I'll get that rocking and rolling. But it's going to take some time. This probably won't be the first time that I talk about it. right? But we'll keep going here. It'll be fine. So, by the way, my dogs, right now, my dogs are growling under the table about something, and it's very distracting. If anything, I think that they are what's the word? I think they're fighting over a bone. So, very good there. What else is going on here? Right. Right. Who we got? We got on chat. I don't even know. Let's see. It's amazing. Look at it. I swear on Facebook specifically, man, people don't understand the amount of lag that I had. It's good. It's cleared up. I think I fixed it. So I'm super pumped about that. Oh, here comes the barking. All right. So next, let's talk about where we're headed to. So we got through March break. We're now heading into basically the next phase of the spring, which is most people are starting to get their act in order and get things moving. So if you're throwing out the idea of listing your house sometime in the quote spring, which is now, you probably want to get on top of that and start getting market evaluations done on your homes. It's it's super important because at least now, once you get the evaluations, you'll see all the properties that are currently up for sale, and then you'll be able to actually monitor how those properties are doing in the marketplace. So, let's say if you live in a townhouse, and there's a couple of units that are up for sale. When you get your market evaluation, you're going to see what the solds are, but then what you're also going to do, you're going to see what's available. So as you get your house ready, or as you're starting to look, right? See, they're barking. They're barking as you're starting to look, those properties, those listings that are actually up there, you'll be able to see if they end up selling or not. Hold on. Hey, hey, come here, come here, come here. I don't know. They're fighting over bones. It's who's this? It's Lucy. So it's a good time. I think that now with March break past us, warm weather, a little bit uncertainty with tariffs, you know, uh, politically, I think we're going to be heading in. It's going to be a little bit of a cushion right now, but we should be. Properties still going to sell. Properties are still going to move. But I got to take a break, 100%, because these dogs are barking. So, hey, doggies, come here. Let's go. Here's one. Here's one. Another one. Somebody's chewing something somewhere. I don't know what they're chewing, but it is constant. So there we go. I like that. Put that down. Okay, go. Go, go. What else? What else is happening today? Man, I'm not even drinking the coffee, too busy talking. Actually, believe it or not, most people are at work right now. That's what I'm noticing. A lot of people at work right now, either bored at work or doing nothing. I think I gotta move this show to the evening. 100%. Gotta move the show to the evening, which will make it better. But these dogs barking is on a whole other thing. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I'm gonna roll with on Facebook today. Um, Barking dogs I'm gonna have to deal with. Whatever. But good. Open a live producer, easy access. I like that. Who's here? I can't even tell. Okay. Facebook Live's a monster. Who's up? Who's there? I'd like to see that. Yeah, just taking a break. That's the key here. Just taking a break, see what's happening. There's lots. As I always say, there's tons going on right now. It's just a matter of where you are in your search. Right. Right. No, it makes sense to me. It does. I would leave it that way. 100%. 150%. Right. But listen, if you're looking at properties, you got to go deep. Like you can't just window shop. Right. Don't window shop. There's a lot of window shoppers when it comes to real estate, and that's okay because you're in your journey, right? You're in your journey, you're trying to figure it out. It's not like buying a house is something that you can just Google and it tells you, "Hey, these are the steps that are required for you to buy a house." It doesn't work that way, right? You kind of got to go through the pain and sifting and sorting and figure out, well, what works, what doesn't work. But listen, everybody's a window shopper. It's just whether or not they get to the next step. People that once you get really once people really start making a decision, like mean moving, what they'll end up doing is that they'll get pre-approved. Right? You can start looking at houses and then not know what you afford, or you've kind of used one of those. You went online and used a mortgage calculator. Mortgage calculator give you a ballpark. You qualify for about 700,000. The issue with that, if you don't actually go through your pre-approval, is that there's greater chance that you're going to look at homes that are more above the price range that you're in. So the more that you know exactly what price range you're in, you'll have more a direct approach to what listings you should be looking at. So I think that I think that if you're looking at listings, you should get a pre-approval done just for your own, so you know exactly what price range you should be in. Because without it, it's like treading water. You don't know. Like, what happens if there's a house that's listed at a certain price range and you're like, I love everything about this house. And now I want to go see it. But you're like, well, I don't know what my mortgage is. It looks like on paper we can afford it. Or even this is better. Good question. Even better. Let's say if there's a house that's listed and it's above your price range, okay? But you haven't done your pre-approval yet. But if you did your pre-approval, you would know that you could qualify for it. But you went to all the websites and it said that, well, you're 60,000 below what this house is listed at. If if you get your pre-approval done prior to this, you'll know exactly that you'll be able to afford this home potentially, which you won't miss out on a great opportunity. However, it's just through the trials and tribulations of working on this, on real estate. It's just the way it goes. But yeah, I think I like this. I think this is great. Just go through open houses if you have to. You know what? If you don't know what your price range is, just open houses are designed really for you to go and have a look at houses without any friction. Where's I might have one, right? Open houses are really designed for you to connect with realtors and get realtors to help you. That's what they're there for. It really like takes the friction off. Nobody's listen, if there's a house on the street that you want to see, and you're like kind of just like looking, browsing a little bit, you'll never call the realtor. Like majority of people won't call the realtor if they're just kind of cruising, right? Yeah, thinking about it kind of. Majority of the time, no. Like they won't call. They'll wait till that open house though. That door opens, no friction. Zero. That's why it's always interesting that people list houses and they put an open house instantly. There's no friction. You have to have a little friction before you go see it. But public open houses, they just open the doors, say, come on in, sign the guest registration form, so we know who's coming through. Right? You just go through that way. Here's the thing: you never know. You go through these open houses, and guess what may happen? You may go, "Uh oh, I like this one. I got to do something about it. So, and then you have a realtor there that can help you out. So easy, easy peasy, as they would say. Easy peasy. I thank you as a mortgage broker. I can't stress this enough. Pre-approvals are the key to save you time. Man, shout out to Bob. Why Bob's? Who is Why Bob's? Yeah, straight up, Bob. Bob's right. Bob says this. Thank you as a mortgage broker. I can't stress this enough. Pre-approvals are key and save you time. The only people that know if it saves them time is if they went through the pain of not realizing that they should have got a pre-approval. Oh, let's talk about this. That's another thing. Bob just mortgage mortgage gourd. That's right. See, mortgage gourd is here. You could probably chat with me about this, about pre-approvals. 100%. Gord, if you're there, you want to chop it up on TikTok, you let me know. Well, I'll get you in here. I'll ask you some questions about mortgages. I'm a realtor out in Halton Hills. I'd be surprised how many people have literally, okay, have literally went to houses, been cruising online, no fault of their own, right? Just I don't know, I don't know any better. They look at realtor.ca. They've been cruising it for a couple of months, couple of weeks. They find an open house, they go attend it, right? They're like, I think I know exactly what's going on. They go attend the open house, they fall in love with it, their vision matches what they were looking for. It's like the two things click. There's an emotional connection to the house. They get in the property, they find the realtor because they didn't have representation. Realtor says, "Hey, what do you think? You like it?" They're like, "Yeah, I like it. I'm just renting. I think I want to buy it. I have a deposit." They're like, "Cool." And then they write the offer. They're like, "Awesome." End up writing the offer. Offer goes through the whole offer sequence, right? The price, the terms, the closing date, everything's set. It's conditional on financing, home inspection. Everybody's fired up. Yeah, they're fired up. They just bought a house. So then what happens? They take all their paperwork. Mortgage Gord knows, right? Mortgage Gord knows. They send to the mortgage broker. They're like, "Hey, can you check this? Can you send it to the letter, get a pre-approval on this?" Yeah, no problem. So they go, they send it, they all excited, they pay their deposit, they send it to the mortgage broker. And next thing you know, what ends up happening, the phone rings and the phone goes, "Hey, by the way, just want to let you know that your financing is not approved." And they're like, "Well, what happened?" They said, "Well, you're short." "Well, how much are you short?" "Could be 10,000, 5,000, 40,000." What happens is that you spent so much of your emotional energy exploring a house, right? That you got so fired up about it that if you just had your mortgage approval done, right? Like an hour before, like even an hour before you saw houses. Let's just even say that. Day before, week before, whatever. If you just had that sorted out, okay, before, and then you went into your open houses and started looking at properties and going down that sequence, you would save yourself so much heartache, frustration, and everything. That's why the pre-approvals are so important for your own mental stability. Because here's what happens next. Once you find out that you couldn't afford the home, the house that you really love sells to somebody else, you are so bummed out that you didn't get the opportunity that you say, "I'm going to put the whole thing on hold." I've seen this happen. And they put the thing on hold for months. For months. Meanwhile, it's this moment of time. It's like an hour, right? The difference between disappointment and being excited is like 1 hour. So I don't understand. People say, "I've been pre-approved." I'm like, if you don't got the paperwork, if you haven't had the questions, just don't try to set yourself up and get crushed down the road, right? So pre-approval is huge, 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 huge thing. Mortgage. Where'd mortgage boy go? Mortgage Gord. Where's he at? He's gone. He's gone. But yeah, you'd be surprised, man. You would be surprised at how many people I've seen happen just to get disheartened. However, the who is it? It's do you know people who are excited who buy houses are the ones that have their shit in order. I mean, like in order. They know when they want to move by, right? If everything works out perfectly, when are they moving? Probably 30, 60, 90, 120 days out, right? They got their deposit in order. They know exactly how much they need. They got a pre-approval in. They've set themselves up with a realtor, right? And then they know exactly how representation works. And then they start looking at houses. And guess what happens then? Once they start looking at houses, if they find one, they're going to buy it. Then they're going to go through the agreement. They're going to start working through the agreement of purchase and sale, the financial terms. Next thing you know, they're in a conditional period or they're in a closing sequence. But can we talk about that? Like that's the process of buying a house. Go Google this, right? That's the step. Understanding each way, right? If you're a first time buyer, okay, majority of the time, first time home buyers, they're like, well, where do I start? Start financing. Financing, financing, financing. Why? Because it's going to give you numbers, as we were talking about today. Find out exactly how much you can afford. The other thing, first time home buyers, here's a key factor. If you're a first time home buyer and you're like, yeah, I don't know how much you can afford. Well, do the pre approval, find out how much you find out exactly what that number is based on all your credit history. If you do that, you'll know what the number is. But if you're not near the number where you want to be, then your mortgage broker should be able to take your credit history and figure out what are the key things that need to change. Or what do you need to do to improve your price point? Most people say you need a job, a higher deposit, you need a cosigner. There's ways to figure out. The point is that if you don't qualify for the number that you're at, don't give up. Like if you walk through the door and you're like, I want to buy a house, but then 3 days later you're like, Darren, I don't qualify for the number. I'm saying to you, that's great. Now you know. It's not great as in you can't buy now, but now you know exactly what you need to do in order to purchase a home in the future. And by the way, in the future means not tomorrow or 4 months or a month from now. It could be 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. The point is that you now can build towards that, right? You can now build towards the dream of home ownership because home ownership is the best thing that you can do. Why pay someone else's rent? It doesn't make any sense if you can afford it. So that's why I say don't let a bad pre approval crush you. That's all I'm saying. Don't let a bad pre approval crush you. Look at it as a challenge and an opportunity to literally figure out what is it going to take in order to get into home ownership. And that's the difference. A realtor will stay with you for as long as it takes. For as long as it takes. My dogs are barking again. Lucy, come here. For as long as it takes. Listen, it's okay. The point is that at some point in time, right? Your realtor is going to help you with this process. This is just come here, dogs. Come here. I gotta stop. These dogs are barking my face off. Come here. Lucy. Okay. Come here. Hello. Hello. I can't see. I literally cannot see. I wish I knew. Wish I knew who was here. Come here, dogs. Let's go. Every time. Every time. You guys are fighting over something. Who's this? So, a great realtor is not going to waste your is not going to sit you by your wayside and just let you just sit there and go, well, they can't afford a house today. I'm just going to throw them away. By the way, it happens. People are transactional. They don't have relationships. They just want to get to the next deal. It's going to happen to a lot of people. However, great realtor will stick with you by your side all the way. 2 years, 3 years. It's a long process. Things like this don't happen overnight. That's what it is. Like I can't sugarcoat it, can't make it any better than what it is. It takes time if you're going to buy a house, first time home buyer, right? Ever use TradeView? Who's up here, Jay? Use TradeView. Pay your house off as soon as possible. That's a whole other game, fella. It's a whole other game. Who's in the building? Nice. But how do you know? Oh, I see. I don't know. Sometimes try to figure this out. No idea. No idea. But hey, whatever. This is what we're doing. We're here. Jay, what are you doing? You using TradeView? Is that what you got going on? So let me guess. You use TradeView to pay your house off? Is that what happened? What else we got over here? Let's see. Jay, you there? Oh, he's still here. What up, Ray? I didn't even see that you're here. Are you chilling in the office? Let's see what else. Let's see who's here. It's weird. No, it's weird. I thought I could find out, but I can't. I can't find out. Alpha Creatives in the house. Where are they from? Alpha, where are you from? Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell right now. No, Mindy. True. True enough. True enough. Man, there's got to be some. Let's see. There's got to be some good people here. That's interesting. Turn off. Turn on. No. Glitch in here. Coolio. Yeah, this is way better today. Yeah, you know what's funny? It's funny. I wish. I really wish there would be more local businesses that went up online. Yeah. One Matt, 100%. 100%. Yes, we should. We should have more couponing. Yeah. Coupons should come back. They should do a big like they should do a big coupon. 100%. 100%. That would be good. Let's see. Let's see what this says over here. Yeah. Right. Jag, is that true? Or is that my phone ringing off? God, I love it. Love it. Higher. No. I don't know. No, you have to. You have to. Interview agents. Interview agents. Yeah. No, seriously. I don't know. Interview till you're blue in the face. Find out what they do. Find out what they do. Everybody can tell you everything, but find out what they do. Meet them. Meet them. Talk to them. Find out how they work. That's your goal. That's your only goal. Find out. Find out. Ask them how do they market, right? How are you going to get me access to properties? How am I going to get to be the how am I going to find the properties before everyone else? How am I going to spot a great deal? You, how? You got to ask them, right? If you say you got a realtor, find out, okay, you're going to be my buyer's agent. Let's go. Tell me exactly what it is that you're going to do to help me find a property, start to finish. Work me through the process, right? I know nothing. I'm a consumer. No idea. I heard realtors help me buy houses. They get over asking, whatever. Doesn't matter. Find out what they do, what their customer service level's like. What are they all about? Who are they? By the way, you're probably going to interview people. Not going to like them first 3 seconds they walk in the door. Just what it is. But you're going to have to sit there for 25 minutes and be like, I really don't, this doesn't jive with me. This is not my thing, right? I don't, what it is. It's okay, right? We're like some realtors are listen, not all realtors are created equal. So you have to do your own due diligence, get a referral, talk to your friends, interview, get the insight, right? It's a results based game, right? Agents don't agents don't get agents don't get paid until they produce a result. This is a result oriented business. No result, no income. Simple, easy. Sorry to be so direct, but that's what it is. Like I don't do rainbows and unicorns. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know to make decisions. That's it. So when you talk, maybe you don't like that approach, and that's okay. Maybe your approach is to be more like massaged, and there's an emotional, like it's like a very deep and emotional process. But hey, that's okay too, right? Not everything needs to go from A to Z in 100 miles an hour, but maybe you need a little bit more understanding, a little bit more help. That's okay, right? Maybe you're just a facts girl, and you're just like, "Yo, give me the facts, give me the numbers, give me the details. What's it going to cost me? What's the bottom line?" Right? Find out. Then you find a realtor that's their key. They'll tell you the factual information of what's actually happening in the marketplace. They'll break down all the numbers, right? But just different types of levels. There's different personalities for people that gel. It, it's just what it is. So that's why I say go interview. Some people you're gonna like, some people you're gonna love. By the way, if you love some, if you okay, loving, let's say if you really like your realtor and you think that they did a great job for you, by the way, you're probably gonna have that realtor for a very long time. Long time, right? Unless they did something, or he or she did something to mess that up, but you're gonna have that relationship for a while. If that's their business model is relational based and not transactional, which I find that real estate is all going to be relationship based even more. The more social we get, the more relational based it is. Just what it is. It's not rocket science, right? Just think about all the different businesses small businesses that you use right now. A lot of it's relational based, or it's been referral based. And the reason you go there, they provide great service and they're great human beings. So that's where this is going. I think that the days of 2010 where you market and you're traditional and you're just out there hoping that everybody's going to see you, I don't think that's the case anymore. I don't care that if you have three massive billboards. How are you going to build your personality? The people to call you, people to build a relationship with you. That's the goal here. Crush market share. Have market share. Cool. Awesome. Good for you. But the relationships, right? Like there's some amazing people in all different markets that just they don't go crazy with the marketing. They just take care of their people, spending like they invest a lot of money in their relationships, you know. Great people out there. Anyways, I'm ranting. But always good. Always good. Who else? Who else we got out here? Nice. Yep. Yeah, you should probably clean up the dog. You should probably clean up the dog shit in your backyard. 100%. If you got showings, clean it up. Even a little bit. Listen, the last thing you want is the karma. The karma. So you have your house listed, and the last thing you want is somebody goes in your backyard, steps in it, then all of a sudden they bring it through your house for whatever reason. I don't know why they have their shoes on in this case, but you got to be clean it up. Always keep your backyard pretty clean, especially if you have dogs. It's super important. I would do that. Yep. Now, shameless plug. You know what? There is a new spot, Halton Hills, Georgetown. Not a new spot, but new owners. New owners. And I haven't tried this out yet. I haven't tried it. I like to, but shout out to Royal Pizza in Georgetown. Let's go. This is I've heard all but great things since they've taken over. And I gotta check that out. Pizza review time. I haven't had a a Royal Deluxe in a long time. So if any, if you're familiar with the Royal Pizza, I need to know, have you had one recently? How was it? Put it in the comments because I heard it's great. Plus, they did a whole new refurb. They finished it in there. So I'm totally curious to see how that place looks. You know, it'll be good. It'll be good. Yeah, so much better today. This is what's funny is that their retention level. You just got to post. Yeah. Listen, if you're a small business and you're trying to figure out what else you should be doing, you have to go online. You have to go online. It's going to be uncomfortable, whatever. Just go for it. No one's listening anyways, right? No one's listening. No one cares. The people who care want to listen to you, they'll be attracted to you. So if you're going online, go online because you want to give value. Don't go online to build something that you're not. People will be attracted to you. You'll be great. Honestly, go in, dive in, dive in. It gets awkward and weird sometimes, but it's part of the process of growing. Which brings me to let's hit this up. If there's let's talk about this. If there's any businesses, small businesses, right? Entrepreneurs that are in the Georgetown Halton Hills area, I want to connect with you guys and girls. Like you like I don't you don't have to be big. But what I'd like to do is I would like to get you on this show. And I would like to talk about a little bit more about what you do, what you provide, what makes you tick, why'd you get into the business. If you're a small business and you're in Georgetown, Halton Hills, in this area, message me. Let me know. I want to get you up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I want us to chat and I want to find out more about what you do. I think that there's a lot of people that are in your network right now that could benefit a lot to understand more about how your company works, how you're passionate about what you do. I think it might be a great way to showcase uh, that information to them, and you'll get this content. So don't be shy. Message me. Let me know you're in. Doesn't have to, just keep it discreet. You can find my email. Email me. My number's there. Text me. Text me 416-458-8495. Text me. Say, hey, saw the show. Want to jump on? Let me know. How do I do this? We'll get you up on here. We'll do a Zoom call. We'll do something. It'll be fun. But let's start giving out some. Let's start building out some of these small local businesses because they've been head to the grindstone, working through it, working through COVID, and they need some help. Right? Hey, listen, if if I could introduce this to, if I could introduce your company to like three of the people that I know, right? And that they may use your service, like how it's free. Why aren't we not doing that? Let's set that up. So I think it's great value. So send me a message, send me a DM, whatever. Get in touch with me. Let me know. You're a small business. You work in the Georgetown, Halton Hills area. Shit, you might even work somewhere else, but you're just like, I got a lot of valuable information. I've been in the game for 15 years and I just want to get it out, but I'm just too busy carrying a damn shovel all the time. Message me, I'll hook you up, right? That's called a community. So send me a message. Let's go. Let's do this. This is what it's all about. Building. We're going to build together. Where it's moments like this, I'd be like, hey, that was the moment. This was the moment that really kickstarted and I started to build out my social, whatever. Let's do that. I think it's great. Um, yeah, we need that. We do. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's plumbers, electricians, landscapers, pools, framers, like general contractors, mortgage people. There's a there's so many florists, right? Like I know where to buy my flowers. Like, why should I buy your flowers? I want to know. Like, where's your flowers come from? Why is it so important? What do you do with the community? Like, there's so many companies out there. There's so many different, just amazing people out there, and just to get them on board would be something incredible, right? Because now it just becomes about just building us growing together, right? And people don't get it. People don't get it. This year going to be big, big, big for consumption, like huge. So, um, what's interesting is that there's if you're a small business and you're watching this, I know that in Georgetown and Halton Hills there is, I guess, a network or a community. I guess that they meet once a month. I don't know. It's like you can only have one person from each. What is it? One person from each business, whatever it is, and it's very closed. Listen, guys. This is my service announcement. I am looking for people to join a network, right? To build out our to build out our community with great businesses and people. I'm not part of that network, so I don't know how it works. I didn't get in. I didn't drop my name in, but I know that those businesses in those circles work. So I want to grow bigger. I want to grow with you guys. So again, if you're a small business in and around the Georgetown, Acton area, reach out to me. There's a lot of content that we can put out together, and we can definitely showcase. Right? That's the idea of this. Is really to the whole idea of shop local. I think it's shop local, but also understanding who you're buying your product from. The more you understand about who they are, the more that you be like, yeah, I'd be willing to try out that service. That'd be something that I'd be willing to go with. So let's do that. Let's get after it. Send me a message. How long has it been? Been up here for a while. But yeah, definitely. The next one of this coffee session, I don't know. We're gonna have to call it after dark. We're gonna have to do something. But we're definitely gonna go. We're gonna go live at a nighttime for sure. And also maybe the weekend. Maybe the weekend. It's a lot of trial and error, just working through it, right? By the way, I keep saying this word by the way, but if you're seriously in this, okay, it's been 47 minutes into this live, okay? If you have watched 47 minutes of this content, this is your moment. Hit the number 47 in the comments. 47. Let me know. If you got 47 minutes into this, put it in the comments. 47. Okay, I'll leave it open. I'm gonna leave it open for at least a month. Okay, 47. I'll leave it open until a month. So March to April 19th. Okay, April 19th. If you made it to the 47th minute mark, put 47 in. I'm gonna do a prize. I'm gonna do a prize of some sort. Something local for the local businesses. 47. I'm gonna do a prize. 100%. We'll even go live. I'll put we'll do like a live wheel, a live spin. We'll do something crazy, and then everybody you can see if you win. But let's see how it goes. It'll be probably Facebook or be Instagram because you guys won't get it on TikTok 100%. So that's gonna be good. Where are we? Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. That's good. Man, I'm still. Let's see. Oh, you can make that brighter. I like that. Man, who do we got here? Who's that? Anybody out there? Facebook. Facebook Live. I see you. What's up? No, there's some great. Yeah, see? Okay, I see you. Let's go. Who we got here? Alpha, you still there? Pin. I don't know. Like, how do you know if somebody's there? I have no idea. Let's see what it says. Oh, yeah. Oh, but what if I do it? Remove. So maybe they join in. Is it just join in? Maybe. I guess so. Let's see who's here. How long we been at? Did we do it? Did we make it? I think we made it. I think we did it. I think there's enough. I think there's enough content. But I also think that this we probably need to go a little bit more late at night, which I'll do. The next one's 100% going to be at night. 100% though. 100%. Is there anybody who's still watching on Instagram? Let's see. Oh wow. I don't even know. I don't I don't even know if I have I don't even think I have audio on Instagram. Brutal. Guess we're gonna find out soon. Brutal. That's okay. We'll put that one up. That's fine. Who's in the building? Man, what are those dogs eating? That's hilarious. I have this on and I didn't even turn it on. Awesome. Let's go. It's been how long? How long do I know? Does it tell you how long you've been in here? How do I know? Post when we go live for 60 minutes. 20. Interesting. Yeah, all right. There we go. We're done. We're done. So I don't think the video worked on the audio worked on the live. So it's all good. We're out of here. Shout out. Bye TikTok.